everyone. So this week, you guys are going to be learning about the 1990s. And the method of which you are learning about the 1990s is through what we have created and called virtual stations. So, you guys have done stations in the classroom, and we've just made these stations virtual and added a couple stations that we normally would have lectured on. So I'm going to show you kind of some of the resources that you guys are going to need as you complete these stations. So this Google slide right here, which I already have opened in this other tab here, this is going to be where you put all your answers for the stations. Okay, so this is like your answer sheet. Okay, this is what you will turn in. This is what we will grade. Okay, the other thing that is attached, which is that says sign in Google accounts, this is a website that we created. And this is where you find all the instructions. This is where you find all the materials, resources that you would need to create those stations. So you can see in these instructions here and also these instructions on the website, it is going to tell you that you are going to complete a total of 4 out of the 7 stations. Okay, so there's 7, you complete 4. You must do 2 of, like we're requiring 2 stations from you. You must do the LA riots, and then you get to choose to do the Bush or the Clinton station. So LA riots is required, and then they're either Bush or Clinton, one of the presidents. You guys have to do the station on that. The other 2 stations are your choice. You could do anything that you want to do. So remember, this is your answer sheet. So not all of these slides will be filled out. Remember, only 4 of these slides will be filled out. Okay, because you're only doing 4. But everyone will have the LA riots slide filled out because that one's required. And then either Bush or Clinton, one of these 2 will be filled out. And then you remember, you get to choose the other 2. So let's go take a look at the website. Here you can see the directions, basically everything I just said, reiterated. And then here is a list of all the stations that you have options to complete. So you have movies, TV shows, music, the O.J. Simpson trial, LA riots, the George H.W. Bush presidency. So remember, this is George Sr., not George W. Bush. And then the Bill Clinton presidency, who was a Democrat. So we have a Republican and a Democrat president. Remember, you have to choose to do one of those. All of the different station resources and instructions are up here. So I'm just going to kind of quickly go through each one. So the first station that you have the option of completing is 90's TV. Okay, and essentially you're completing a bracket from 90's TV shows. Okay, and you also get 1 write-in. So here are some additional shows that you can put in the write-in spot, but then you are going to fill out the rest of the bracket and answer the essential question. So this is the resource that we've given you. If you haven't seen any of these sitcoms or TV shows before, we have a clip of the actual TV show. So like Fresh Prince, Full House, Seinfeld, so the Beverly Hills 90210. We have all the different clips on there from these stations. So if you go look and we go to TV, so you're going to be filling out this bracket. Remember, you do get a write-in, and you put that one there, and then you fill out the rest of the bracket, and the winner should go down here. And then after that, you are answering the essential question, what was the best TV show and why? So that's your TV show station. You're doing a bracket. Movies. For the 1990s movie section, you are doing a quiz, and we have actually already attached the quiz, and this is just like trying to see what you know off the top of your head. Like, your quiz score doesn't affect your grade. It's just to see how much do you know about 90s movies. So you can see there's a series of questions here all about different stuff from 90s movies. You will answer all the questions, and then whatever your score is, you will go back to over here. You will put your quiz score in the box, and then you will tell us what is your favorite 90s movie and why, and type in your response there. So that's the movie station. Music station. If you love music, this is a station for you. Okay, it's titled Rocket. And basically, you're going to be asked to preview 5 songs from the 90s. Here you can see is our best of the 90s song list down here. Okay, but you're going to listen to 5 of them. Then you pick your favorite 1 to 3 songs, and you guys are going to make a TikTok or just a normal video if you want to with that song. So here's an example from last year when I did these in the classroom, but remember, you can still do this at home. Ooh, that was loud, sorry. So that is an example of the TikTok there. And then on the slideshow where you put your stuff, you would put your TikTok in the box here, and then you're going to tell us what type of music dominated the 90s. So, that is music. Maybe you are interested in the O.J. Simpson trial. So for this, you are going to prosecute it, and you're going to read over this background information. There is a trailer for the People vs. O.J., which is a TV series on Netflix, which you should totally check out. Then you're going to decide whether or not there was enough evidence to prove O.J. beyond a reasonable doubt that he committed the crime. So you're going to categorize evidence. So in this slideshow here, we have a series of evidence, and you can see there's a number for each piece of evidence. Okay, from the O.J. Simpson trial. These are just like the big pieces of evidence. So then you're going to go to your slides, and you are going to put the numbers that represent the defense and numbers that represent prosecution. Remember, defense is defending O.J., prosecution is trying to show that he's guilty. And then you're going to answer the 2 questions about the O.J. Simpson trial. So you use the evidence here, you put those numbers that you see there, and you'll put those in the T-chart. So there's just 10 of them. Now, another option is the LA riots. And remember, this one's not optional. This one is required. So this is a think about. So you are going to watch the video below about the LA riots. Then you're going to read this little resource sheet. It's not very long at all, just this one little page here. And then you get to choose 3 out of the 6 questions to respond to. And the questions are over here. So 3 out of the 6 questions you must respond to. You put your responses there, and then you answer the essential question. That one is required. Now, Bush and Clinton, you need to do at least one of them. You can choose to do both, but you need to at least do one. So for George H.W. Bush, it is a map it activity. So you're going to look over this resource here that I created, and from that, you're going to look at each of the topics that is in your little workbook here, and you're going to write a short summary over those topics, and then you are going to draw a line to where those topics happened in the world. And so like the Persian Gulf War, I have to find what circle goes with the Persian Gulf War. I would click this little icon here, line, and then I would draw a line from Persian Gulf War to whatever circle applies to that. Then you answer the essential question, which event defined the George H.W. Bush presidency? Finally, the last option for stations is the Bill Clinton presidency. And this one is compare it, or weighing the pros and cons. So you need to record 3 pros and 3 cons for the Clinton presidency. And in order to do that, you need to look through this slideshow that we used to lecture on, but now we just have it in here embedded as a little PowerPoint. So you look over the slideshow, and you record 3 pros and 3 cons of the Clinton presidency. So I put my pros here, my cons here, and then you guys decide, do the pros or the cons outweigh the Clinton presidency, why or why not? So that is an overview of your stations. Remember, you must complete 4. The 2 that are required is the LA riots and 1 of the presidents. Those are the required ones, and then you guys get to choose your other 2. Remember, as always, this whole little workbook packet that's on Google Slides here is going to be due at the end of the week on Friday by the end of the day. So hope that all makes sense, and have a great week.